Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Happy holidays, happy Life Day, happy all the holidays that exist between November 21st and December, or I should say January the 6th. I'm here because I am way backed up on unboxings. A few episodes ago, you might have noticed, or I should say maybe just one episode ago, you might have noticed there was this Halcyon Advent Calendar that I produced. Well, I have since given it to Mrs. Darth Tuba, and she was absolutely floored. She has not opened it yet, because at the time of this recording, we're not at December 1st, which is the first day of opening Advent calendars. But she will, and you've seen what's in there, but I'll probably just, when all is said and done, just put a little photo of all of the items once the holidays have happened, and I'll put that out there on all the social media areas for people to see. For now, I have a ton of unboxings to get to. So I'm actually going to kind of go backwards. Today I have two Entertainment Earth items, right? And then two items that I've already unboxed, but I'm going to unbox the unbox. Okay? And I think I'm going to start with those. And that is, we have two Indiana Jones Black Series figures, right? These are, they're not Black Series, they're actually Adventure Series, pardon my, but they're the 6-inch figures similar to the Star Wars ones. These are probably the last 6-inch figures I will buy. Yes, I actually had one more in the order and I canceled it. Now, why is that? Well, I've mentioned it before on the channel. I'm a child of the 3 3/4 inch line. I loved the Black Series. I loved the detail of the Black Series. I do own quite a bit of the Black Series line, at least the initial, 5 to 10 years that they've been since releasing them. However, I started pulling back on some of the items. I stopped collecting the gaming greats, and then I stopped collecting ones that were just repacks. And now I have all but completed any types of collecting. The only exception, besides the Indiana Jones figures, and I haven't even collected all of these. I've only collected ones that kind of resonate with me, and that's these two, along with, of course, Indy and a few others. But I collected the holiday figures, as you saw, and I do like the holiday figures. A lot of people don't, but I do like the repaints. I think they work well. To me, that's an item I can put out, 2 months out of the year, 1 month out of the year as a display. So I'm good with that. Although there probably will come a point if they keep making them, I'll probably stop at some point. But for now, we're good. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about two characters from my favorite Indiana Jones film, which is The Last Crusade. And by the way, loved Dial of Destiny. Had no issue with it whatsoever. Thought it was a fun Indiana Jones romp. I take the Indiana Jones, and by the way, I know this is a Star Wars unboxing show. There isn't a lot of Indiana Jones toys to collect and to unbox. I personally love Indiana Jones. I think it's connected to Star Wars. It's a close cousin, as I've said on my channel. So I'm all for it. I'm all for them having collectible figures and toys and things that go with Indiana Jones. However, it has not been as popular. None of the lines have ever been nearly as popular as Star Wars. I think somebody, I forget who, but somebody kind of made a good analogy of it. They said, people like to play with Star Wars toys, but when it comes to Indiana Jones, they like to be Indiana Jones. They want to be, so they like to have the hat and the whip, but to be the character and to play with it isn't much to it. But as a collector, and as one of my second favorite trilogies of all time, or I should say sagas of all time, I'm okay with it. But I loved all 5 movies for different reasons. Did they all ring perfect to me? No. But I also have to remember, I'm of the age that Harrison Ford is my hero, okay? Or at least he plays many characters that I admire and are my heroes. So for him to come back, as an aging gentleman, I don't mind seeing an 80-year-old play an 80-year-old or close to 80-year-old, because I think we need that. We need to understand that everybody contributes in this world, not just the young and attractive 20-somethings. And I think there needs to be a wide range. And I think Harrison Ford pulled off a pretty good show in not trying to play younger than he was. So I'm okay with it. But I understand it didn't resonate with some people. But Indiana Jones: Last Crusade, absolutely great. And part of the reason for it is this guy right here. Henry Jones Sr. Henry Jones Sr. played awesomely by Sean Connery. Not many people realize that whole idea of Indiana Jones himself stemmed from the idea of Steven Spielberg wanting to direct a James Bond film. So, and I kind of even remember, I'm trying to think if they even wanted Sean Connery to play Indiana Jones. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But in any case, he came back. He did come in for the third film, and he played Henry Jones Sr., father to Indiana Jones, and he did an absolutely bang-up job. He stole every scene. I have to say, kudos. I mentioned this in a previous episode. Kudos to doing all that paper stuff and non-plastic. Kudos to having a map. Very nice. And of course, he comes with all sorts of accoutrements. Let's see what he has here. And the thing is, too, is like some of his things work better with the 6-inch figure than they do. Oh yeah, his bumper chute, his umbrella. I have to get it out of this little thing here. Come on. Anyway, so I love this movie. I love everything about it. I want to make sure that there's nothing of importance. Anything else in the box? No. Okay, back in the box you go. Not keeping the box. Box is nice, but not going to keep the box. All right, but we have Henry, wonderful likeness of Sean. Just broke it. Sorry, Sean Connery, wonderful likeness of Henry Jones. Okay, so he's got his umbrella. Let's do that. Okay, now it says build an artifact, but I don't know what the artifact is. Interestingly enough, is it one of these pieces? I guess it is. Like, oh, it's the yeah, it's the one of, I think this is is it the dial? No, it's not the dial. I'm not sure what it is, but that's okay. He's also, he has his glasses. That's cool. Do they fit on his head? Yes, they do. Comes with his cool hat. We'll call it the Rex Harrison hat. He has his, now, let's see. He comes with a nice little thing. Does this open? I don't know if it does. I don't think so. Okay, lost opportunity, because you could have had, he's got his Grail diary. He's got his 2 chalices. I'm not exactly sure why he comes with the chalices, because he never saw. I guess this silver one might be mean to represent the one of a carpenter, but I don't believe it was silver. It was more of it was like a faded brass or copper or something like that. So, and then he's got this closed fit. Sorry, dude, I gotta open up. Take your hat off. Oh no, his hand came off. I gotta move his finger so I can get him into. I want to get him. All right, there he goes. Ah, okay, good. So he mostly holds his umbrella and his bag really well. Sadly, his diary is going to have to go off to the side there. I'm a little disappointed in that, but I'm not exactly. Yeah, it does feel like that is his. There he is, Junior. It is you, Junior. Thank God, it's a fake. I love that. What a great character. What a great way to, bring Sean Connery into the Indiana Jones universe. Now, these boxes are a little bit wobbly, so that hat is going to drive me insane. He's going to totally lose his hat. Trying to bend his ankles slightly. There he is. Don't tip over. Don't. And there he is. Get a little bit of a better backdrop there. There is the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Connery, Indiana Jones' dad, Henry Jones Sr. Fantastic character. Another, albeit smaller part, or I should say less frequently seen part, the knight that was guarding the temple. That where the Grail was being watched over. It was a hundreds and hundreds of years old knight, because he would constantly be drinking from the Grail to stay alive, so he could guard it. Fantastic character actor, and probably one of the first memes we ever got. You know the meme? He chose poorly, or you have chosen wisely. That was always my favorite because that was such a phenomenal. Lots of stuff here. Yeah, he has a few items too. He has a few things here. I was chosen because I was the most worthy. The honor was mine. Oh yeah, there he is. Nice. You're strangely dressed for a knight. I'll try to get his. This is. Ooh, nice. He's got his. Ooh, does this? Ooh, it's got a. All right. Do we have a way to put? It's got a little button on the end here. I'm going to see if I have a way I can. There is a hole. Yes. All right. So I don't even have to put the sword in his hand. I'm going to give him the. Now here is the actual Grail. Here's the actual Grail. There it is. All right. Not that he ever held it in his hand, but he's the appropriate person to be holding the Grail. Now he comes with quite a few other items here. Again, more chalices, another type of dish or something, and another thing of flames. I think these all go to the other artifacting. I'm not collecting that, so I'm just going to kind of put those off to the side. But there he is. The honor was mine. Okay, and I will see if I can get him standing. It's funny, I see this and I can't help but also think of Spam-A-Lot. Always look on the bright side of life. You know, all these other pieces, I mean, this is the only thing I don't like about collecting things loose. They're all going to go away. You know, they're all going to get lost somewhere. And I'm not going to remember where they go with who, which figure when I eventually sell them off or give them away or whatever I decide to do. Ooh, his left. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. So there he is. Ah, oh, such great. And I do love the attention to detail on these characters. I just feel that now the 3 3/4 inch line is kind of doing that too. So we what I think the biggest selling point for the 6 inch line is now happening with the 3 3/4 inch line. Although I will say that the Henry Jones hat has never been right. Not on the retro one, not on the one they released for Crystal Skull. So that is truly an unfortunate thing. But all right, what do we got here now? Of course, there were some other Black Series items that I'm still waiting on, I think, but I think I've gotten most of them. These appear to be. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to unbox both of these. Okay. Make sure that I always go from the bottom just because it's a little easier. This is a big box for one figure. Really? Really has? Really ended? Yep. They sent that one figure in that box. Whoa. Off you go. Unbelievable. But there are 3 figures here. The other little box had 2 figures. Come on, Entertainment Earth. So we have 2 figures from Ahsoka. We have the HK-87 Assassin Droid, which is VC-294. VC-294, there it is. And there is the figure. Now, I will say, Entertainment Earth, you know, they kind of do overkill when it comes to boxing, but I'd rather have that than the figure come in a really, really cheap padded envelope. So, because you can see, nice and straight, no creases. So it's a beautiful figure. Beautiful figure card, anyway. The figure itself, looking really good, looking very detailed. I always like the blaster. It looks a little bit, if you look closely, kind of reminiscent of a battle droid blaster, which makes sense since it's an assassin droid. And it does take place, well, I guess this part of Ahsoka takes place, like Mandalorian, like 5 years or 6 years after. Really cool. I love the soft goods on there. Nicely done. Another Ahsoka is Chopper, C110P, or C1-10P. And I already have some Chopper figures from the Rebels line, but this is a nice vintage collection style. So I'll call this the Ultimate Chopper. I might look for these figures outside of the vintage line. If I can find them on sale, I might try to pick up another one and open it up. VC304. I was wondering as we were approaching the VC300s, were they going to stop there? But apparently not. So we're going to keep going. We'll see how far we get. But a nice figure. Ooh, I almost lost the chalice here. Okay. And then another Rogue One, VC302. Director Orson Krennic. I do believe this might be one of the first releases of an Orson Krennic figure. It's either a re-release of the Rogue One figures, but I can't remember if Rogue One was 5 points of articulation, where this is full run of POA. So that's good. Loving the figure. Love the face likeness. I can't get close enough to this without it blurring up, but you can see there, it's pretty darn close if you see the picture and the face. They did an outstanding job. It's such a great. I am so glad that Lucasfilm has decided to kind of build on a story with this uniform. I guess it's the ISB, Imperial Security Bureau, I believe is what they're called. And that's something we see a lot in Andor. See a lot of uniformed people like this, and I just love that. I think that it's such a smart looking uniform, and it's something a little different. It's also kind of juxtaposed. You think of the white hats from the old cowboy movies. The white cowboy hats meant they were the good guys, and the black cowboys meant the bad guys. And here, Star Wars always kind of turned that on its head with stormtroopers having white armor, but they were really kind of bad. But then you had the Clone Wars. It just makes you, it boggles your mind, So it's such a cool thing. So I love that. Okay, so that's the start. We're going to have other episodes. In fact, I'll give you a heads up. In a future episode, I actually took about 6 or 7 boxes of figures, and I just put them all in one box to unbox, because I know people don't watch this channel to see me, scrape boxes shut or to scrape open with box cutters all the boxes. I just want to kind of take them all out of one box if I can. So I would have done this with this, but I ran out of time. So, and there's also more holiday stuff coming up, more holiday related things. You saw a little walkthrough of our own homes and everything. We're also going to do a gingerbread item, so we're looking forward to that. So that will do it for this episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. Star Wars and Indiana Jones Unboxing Show. These two little guys down here are going to get mad if I don't say that. Thank you so much for watching. Check out all my other videos. Check out all the other content on Red 5. Thank you, Red 5 Network, for sponsoring the channel. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you, and happy Life Day again.